Presented by SimplyBhangra.com. SimplyBhangra.com. News, interviews, and today's hits. News, interviews, and today's hits. Today's hits. This is Bhangra Made Simple. Bhangra Made Simple. Bhangra Made Simple.
Good. Alright, so what's up to Periscope and all the Simply Bhangra viewers on the Simply Bhangra Periscope account? We'll give you the information at the end of the interview. So I'm sitting here in Edmonton right now. My name is Patwant Singh from World FM in Edmonton. Sitting with Jazzy B here, the king of folk of the Bhangra industry. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. So I got the mic on now. So you're in Edmonton right now, and you're back home in Canada. You're originally from Canada?
Yeah, originally from Canada. Obviously, born in India, but been all my life in Surrey.
In Surrey.
Yeah, so I showed in Surrey last week. It's crazy, man. 30,000 plus people, and just showing so much love. You know, people I went to school with, played hockey with.
You used to play hockey?
Yeah, I just played ball hockey, ice hockey, soccer, everything, man. So I saw some of the guys that I went to school with in the crowd and mentioned the name. So it was really good to see all my buddies, man, from back in the day when I was in Jazzy B. And I was just Jaswinder, or was just Jazz. That's what we used to call him.
Do you remember a guy named Tarlochan you did roofing with?
Yeah, Singh, man, of course. He was with me on stage. I called him on stage. I still call him boss, so he's so proud. He just almost had tears in his eyes. That's how happy he was to see where I am right now. So people like those, I'll never forget, man. All my old friends, I still try to keep in touch with them, even though obviously they're busy, I'm busy. But make sure to pick up the phone and call them. Hey, guys, let's get together. So yes, it's really good to see all this.
That's awesome, bro. So I'm going to talk to you about something you've done recently. You launched a clothing line. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been into fashion, man. Started with kind of fashion with my hair, with my way I dressed and everything. Some people don't really agree with it, but it doesn't really bother me, man. I believed in myself from the beginning. There's a saying in Punjabi, "Penniye jag paanda, khaiye man paanda." I'm totally opposite of that. Why should we dress like the way people want us to dress like? You know what I mean? I believed in myself from the beginning and still do so. That's the reason. I wanted to bring out. There's a lot of people in India, especially, who want to be like me. People who are barbershop and say, "Yeah, you gotta get barber cut." Dress like me. So why not? Well, they got a chance to, purchase and be jazzy. That's what we call it, be jazzy.
So you started a trend back in like the early 90s, man.
Yeah.
And so tell me where they can get more information about the clothing line.
Well, clothing line is obviously bjazzy.in. It's an online store right now, anywhere in the world. You can shop on it, and obviously right now, even with the touring, I'm bringing most of my stuff with me, especially t-shirts and stuff. So if you want to, even in here, Edmonton or Calgary, we've been doing the stalls with it, so we're getting really good response. People are buying it, and obviously they get to meet and greet with me. But we're adding a lot of stuff, the caps, hats, and everything, watches, shoes already on there. So even anything you've seen in my video that I wore, you could actually order it, and you'll get your custom made.
So are you going to have Mitrande boot on there?
Yeah, definitely, man. Mitrande boot. Yeah, Mitrande boot's already on there. Yeah. And the funny thing is, last week, a couple of weeks ago, we had shows in Montreal, and the promoter actually bought most of my stuff online. Even with the shoes, he had his own initial instead of JB, whatever. So it's anything you guys want, man. It's all customized.
That's pretty sweet. So I'm going to ask you a question. I ask a little bit of different questions than the typical.
No, that's good.
So my question for you is right now you're touring.
Yeah.
When you're not touring, when you're in Birmingham, right? So when you're in Birmingham, what's your day-to-day life like as a musician, as a singer, doing what you do? What is it like?
It's good, man. The funny thing is, people think it's very glamorous. Yes, it is. When you see us on stage, it's glamorous, and the videos is glamorous. But there's a lot of hard work that goes to, for example, to make a song. There's so much, goes into it. It's not only me, it's the whole team. Shindabadi or Dinesh or Muga. When we sit down, we have to decide what kind of track am I going to go for next. Because I don't want to repeat myself over and over again. I try to do different things. So every day, I try to be healthy as well. Go to the gym, eat healthy. Also, when we're touring, it's so hard, man, to eat healthy. all this pizza, junk food on the road, but then I make sure, but I love you a little bit, jeans are fitting a little bit tight now. Let's go back in the gym and try to burn that. And I love that. I love going to the gym, just playing football with my boys back in Birmingham, and anything. I'm into sports, and not like dieting so much, like eat properly, man. But then go to the gym and work out. I don't believe in this like dieting and stuff, man. That's just burning your body.
So you really like football. I saw Kurta you got made.
Yeah, they're cool, man.
A team I'm not really a fan of, but
hey, I know, but hey, I've always been with them. Like, obviously moving from Canada to Birmingham, a lot of people tell, what do you sport Birmingham, Aston Villa or something? But all my friends back in the day, they sport Liverpool, and so I've been their fan. It doesn't matter. We're going through a rough time. We're not doing that well, but hey. Every team does that, but it doesn't mean I'll leave my team. I love those guys, man.
So you're a true fan?
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm just looking for Jan Tanda to come on board, man. He's playing under 16 right now. He played for England. I think he will be a really, really good player. But yeah, Liverpool for life, man.
That's good. I respect that. But
yeah. Don't tell me you're Man United.
I am Man United.
Oh man, no, that's fine. Hey,
it's all good, man.
It's all good, man.
You gotta support your team.
That's it, man. That's it.
So how'd you get that kurta? What came up with that kurta idea for
it? Like I said, it's a teamwork. Goga Taliwa is a really good friend of mine. When we're in India, we don't just sit around. We're on the laptop doing things. I'm telling him my ideas. We should do something like this. Yeah, so that was an idea there, and yeah, Liverpool kurta, man. I actually wore that to one of the games, and all the goalies were like, "Hey, where did you get that, man? It's a custom, man." So,
that's pretty sweet. Yeah. You should give me a Man United one.
No, definitely, man. No problem, man. Be Jazzy, man.
Get it up there. You'll get buyers.
Yeah, man.
So I was going to ask you, you've toured around the world now. In terms of touring, doesn't matter when in your career you did it. Back in the day, I saw you do a few tours here, but what's your... You don't have to say Edmonton right now because you're here, but what's your favorite place to tour? Like, what's the best place that has your heart?
Well, you know what? Like, I mean, every time we go to different cities, different countries, it's always a challenge. And that's what I love about it. I don't know how the fans are going to react or how, what songs they want. So, and it's always fun traveling different places. But obviously Surrey got to be one of my favorite places because, that's home. And, I kind of have to prove to a lot of people, some people still don't like me because obviously in your own town you get people haters and, so it was so much fun, especially because it was a multicultural thing. It wasn't only Punjabi. It was like Golden mix, man. So it was really Surrey got to be one of my favorite places.
Are you a Vancouver Canucks fan too?
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, I support them, man. We had. I remember when they lost about 4 years ago. I was shooting with Ustadji for Maharaja's album, Hukam, and I actually had my laptop and directors calling me, "Come man, everything's ready." I'm just watching. They were winning, and boom, they lost. It was a horrible day, man. So I follow them. Even in England, they don't show much hockey. When they do, it's like 5:30 in the morning. So, but I stay up.
That's like us getting up for Man United.
Yeah, I stay up. I put my alarm on, go to sleep early, and get up. So I follow sports.
Okay, so when you go to Punjab, you're from Durgapur. What's your favorite area in Punjab to do performances so far? What's the best thing?
Well, I mean, over there it's totally a different game, man. Like we have weddings where there are people, 4,000 people at the wedding, and they're open weddings. Half of them just come because I'm performing, or they're not even invited, right? So, but it's all they just find out whatever is good. But there's a lot of tournaments, like kabaddi tournaments, where like 50,000 people come, and it's crazy. So I love performing there as well, man. It's a different kind of crowd. They rush your car, they want to like autograph and just like chase you and stuff. It's good, man. It's all fun.
So other than obviously the music side, because the music side isn't the only side to an artist.
Yeah.
The artist is a person too.
Yeah.
What's one of your favorite things to do? What's one of your hobbies that you love doing with the family or by yourself? Or
well, obviously I don't get that much time with my kids and stuff, so I do try to spend much time as I can. If I got a week off, I fly back or they come meet somewhere, you know what I mean? So, like for example, they had school off for a while, so they flew to India. So one of my friends, he brought his family, so we toured all over India kind of thing. So I don't get to do, I go every year, but it's always gigs, performing. I say I don't really go out and see the country, you know what I mean? So Yeah, I try to spend much time with my kids as well. Yeah.
That's good. So I want to ask you, originally you and through most of your career, you're working with Sukshinder Shinda.
Yeah.
And so I want to ask you, how did you guys meet? How did you originally connect or hear of each other? How did that happen?
Well, that happened back in 88 or 89 when Shindapaji used to come as a toll player. He used to come with Premi, Hira, Alap, all the groups. He was like one of the best toll player. So that's when I met him through Indrajit Bains, and I think he actually came with Johnny Z, now called Stereo Nation. So I was actually doing a backup dance with Johnny, and Shindapaji was playing toll. So and Sangar, Manmohan Waris, they just came from India. So we just kind of connected one day. So my brothers actually connected with Singh Bains. He's connected with other kabaddi players. So he actually called Hira Group and all these guys to our house. Right? So everybody's sitting there, everybody's singing. Then also my brother goes, oh, Punjabi don't know that. So when I sang, and I remember Shindapaji telling me, he goes, boy, you got a fire in you, man. He goes, I'll get it. He goes, don't let that go. And that's how we just connected, and I started recording my album with Sangatar, and obviously all the rhythms done by Shindapaji again, right? So when the album was completed, he heard the album, and he really liked cooking on the Joda song. He goes, you know what, let me redo this. So he actually went down back to Birmingham, and he sent me different music too. So and that track kind of just took over. So that's how we connected. And next time he goes, you know what? If you want to be professionally serious about it, you have to come to England. So I was still in kind of college, starting my college, and from Surrey, and we graduated from Princeton Market or whatever. And I had a choice: go to a college, or I'll go to what my heart says. And my heart says, you know, then
at least you tried, yeah.
Right, you know what I mean? It couldn't have been like, I can do this and that. No, I had to go. So I left Canada, left my mom and dad, my sisters and brothers. And it was hard, man. You know, it was like 5-6 guys living together. But lucky that you were Shindapaji, he was always there. He lived around the corner, and he would just come. The rest of the guys would all obviously work and stuff. I was just home. Everything, all it was like cook, you know, clean, whatever, get the harmonium, get stuff loud, practice music. And that's how the journey just started. Every day was just music.
So with Shindapaji, that was your professional like releases and everything, but you also Ustad Kuldeep Manik is your Ustad, you think of him as your Ustad?
Oh, definitely, man. You know, that's the reason I started singing. I was 4 years old, remember, in Durgapur. Ustad was performing at somebody's wedding, and weddings back in the days used to be just like huge. You know, Pandale Pend Katte ho jande si, and my chacha had me on his shoulders, and just saw a glimpse of Ustadji, and wow, I was just like blown away kind of thing. Like 4 years old, just like I was like, you know, one day I want to be like that. And we came to Canada and never did let go of that dream. Just even in school or wherever I was, you know, obviously the cassettes, kept playing those in the car, wherever I was, just, you know, kept doing it, man. And I remember I had a chance to talk to him the first time in '89. A friend of mine, Sabji Shroa, sent me to Lone from Toronto. Those guys were big time promoters then. And man, I was shaking when I talked to Ustadji, and he's like, I still remember those words, and that's it, man. Never looked back, and obviously then had a chance to record with him because Shindapaji and told me Dullapatti, and boy, being in the same studio, he was just like unreal. Can't even describe his feelings, and it was just like, wow, am I really doing this? Have I got the chance to do this with my idol, the guy, you know, I look up to him? It was amazing, man. He was just a straightforward guy.
Yeah.
You know, how he was at home, that's how he was on stage. He just said it how it was. You know, no hanji, none of that stuff. Just straightforward, man. Love that guy.
Yeah. So did you actually go and learn from him as well? Or
Yeah. He was also used to come to Canada a lot. You know, spend like on tours and stuff. So I used to travel around with them. Then even in India, you know, there's so many things he told me. It's just like little things, man. You know what I mean? He's like, obviously, one thing I didn't learn from him was that Tumbi. I wanted it so bad, but then he just doesn't play it anymore, right? Just gave up. But he's like, if you see all his old Kaur B, man, he's just like Punjabi, man. Love the sound. And I remember Yugraj even wanted to learn the Punjabi, but he just didn't want to teach anymore. I don't know. Sometimes you're done with it. Just done with it. No, or nahi chakni ma Punjabi. I remember Yugraj even bought this Punjabi one day. He goes, Dad, I did that. He goes, "Bahut mari hai Punjabi." He never changed. He was just straightforward. He didn't want to do it. So, but I'm so lucky though. That much I got much as time I got to spend with them, especially for the Maharaja's album. Like, he used to be in the studio for 8 hours, 10 hours, right? Even one of the studio guys where we recorded, he goes, "Tere naal itna pyar kyun?" He goes, even in his Jawani, in his youth, he used to be in a studio for an hour, let's say, he was just like, "Bas, why is he spending that much time?" I don't know. I'm lucky. So 7, 8 hours he was in the studio recording and telling me how we were back in the days, and how things swing, how they used to run top of the bus because they never had any money, sit all day, never given a chance to come back and do the same thing over again. It's amazing. I consider myself lucky that I got to spend time.
So you're still pretty tight and close with Yugraj.
Yeah, definitely, man. I consider them my family, and I pray to God and that He gets better. साड़ियाँ दुआएं हैं बस ये लोगों ने कही that definitely, because when he was in coma, doctor said he'll never have 0% chance of coming out. That's what happened. Then the start he gave his life to great him. So I believe in that. Because one day we were sitting in the car and he said that he goes, "Rab mainu check kar le, mera munda bachaya." Maybe it's just one of those things. The way he said it, Ustaji was fine, and he's gone and he's back. So just want him back. Back to Kevin, whoever, when he comes back properly, and we're gonna record a Patwant album. Ustaji ਜਿਹੜੀ ਬਾਰ ਬਾਬਾ ਬੰਦਾ ਮੁਹੰਮਦ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਉਹ ਕਿੱਸਾ ਹੋ ਸ਼ਹੀਦ ਦਾ ਪੈਰਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਬਾਰ ਕਰ
Respect. Now I was going to ask you a question, a little bit different route with the conversation topic, but so in terms of now you started, you almost, I could say, but not really, but almost exclusively worked with Shiksha Mission.
Yeah.
You did stuff with Ravi Ball and a bunch of other artists. Now you're branching off working with other artists as well.
Yeah.
Right? So what do you have, because everything's kind of getting collaborative now with artists.
Yeah.
So what's the kind of vibe you want to go for now? Are you changing your ways? You're still doing stuff with Shinda, of course.
Yeah, definitely.
But you're working with musical doctors now, and Zeus, obviously. Actually, you came down here with Zeus in 2006.
Yeah. I mean, see, that's what I mean. If time like that, I mean, me and Zeus have been talking about it for a while, but it's going to happen when it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right? We got to do something. We got to even put this method on the board. He had this track like when Amardega's film came out like 4 years ago. He was, "Bro, man, this song is made for you, man. You can only pull it up, right?" And okay, got busy again. He's doing his stuff. But I had it on my phone. I said, let's call him up. Let's do it, bro. I think we're ready, man. And then obviously Kaur B came on the scene as well. She was just starting, and my wife's a really big fan. She goes, "If you ever consider doing a duet, do it with her." So it's just everything's going to fall into places, and our kind of आवाज भी पूरी suit कर गई, and we kind of kept it hush hush, didn't tell no one we were going to do it. And from Zeus, people expected kind of like a beat song like this that we watch out there. It's like a simple key harmonium, and then he dropped the beat in, and people kind of fell in love with it. That's how things work. You can plan it all you want. It's only going to happen when it's going to happen. What's going to happen,
So what was it like? That was your first duet song, other than with a female, I mean.
Yeah.
Other than Nostalgia for you.
Yeah.
But how was it like working with a female artist? What's your response now doing live shows and performing?
Yeah, I mean, she's a brilliant performer, man. A lot of people can pull it in a studio, with all these effects and stuff. But she's actually a performer on the stage as well. When we go sing that song on live, man, stage, it's fun. Man. She's giving it all, and I'm giving it all. That's what it's all about, man. You know what I mean? And we idea that we start giving the things I'm saying in and all that stuff. he saw the gate at Jaguar Amar Jodana, so that idea came from there. I was like, gotta do something, man. I even told her I was doing the vegetable of she like has so much respect to it now, man. He goes like, it's fun, man. But you know what I mean? So all the ideas are from there, man. So,
some people take music too seriously.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be fun. It's
well, it is fun. I mean, a lot of people say, why am I promoting domestic violence? I'm not, man. It's just it's a song. Yeah. So even I don't know if you guys noticed in the video, when I pick my hand and the girls picking her hand, I'm not even picking my hand. She looks at that. Yeah, it's all fun. It's in our culture. It's not. I'm not promoting like hitting each other. It's just like it's a song, man. Enjoy it. Yeah. Even on the dance floor now, I've seen bride and groom going at it, man. Like picking their shoes up and dancing.
It happens, man.
That's what it's all about. You know? So don't take this thing to your heart, man. I'm not promoting violence. You know what I mean? I'm just. Music is music.
So this isn't a true thing that happened, it's just Galla Hundiya Thi. 10 years ago, there was this new queen of Punjabi music, Miss Pooja, came up. Everybody was trying to, I think, get you and her to do a track together. Did you hear rumors like that?
Oh yeah, a lot of people actually wanted, you know me, I never thought about it, was serious, until Zeus came to me with this track, right? I never thought of it. Never crossed my mind that I was going to do it. So yeah, a lot of people did say, but I don't know, didn't really want to do it. I was doing my own things, and but respect to her, she's done really, really well. You know what I mean? I think every artist worked with her.
So are you looking to do more collaborations now up in the future?
Yeah, definitely. There's lots in the pipeline, man. Trying to do mainstream as well. That's one of the things I think still got to touch that side, but I will never leave Bhangra. Bhangra is something I love, folk music especially. I have a track coming in Gippy's film now, in the new one, Farar. I've got to shoot a video for that as well. Then I've got a new single, JSL. So there's lots, and obviously what Shinda Paji, we can't bring the old Kubiyan Joda London Joda sound. So it's a full album. That's what I'm looking for, the old writers as well, because on vocabulary, what change will be ready. They write some mixed English and Punjabi, so I want to bring that whole kind of thing back. So, party to get your old keyboards out, and the sound obviously got to be similar to that. So, yeah, there's a lot of things happening. There's a couple of films in the pipeline, I'm reading the scripts and stuff, so it's good, man. Trying to do different things.
So, you worked with Puppy Larry. How's that?
Yeah, man. Oh, man, that guy got a lot of gold as well, man. Yeah, no, that was fun, man. He's obviously considered one of the main guys with the disco music, man. And, it was fun actually shooting the video with him. He's so humble and so mellow, man. Yeah, it was fun, man. Yeah,
that's cool. Another thing I was going to ask you is, so that's a little bit about you and what you do. But if you look at the industry now and sort of, in a way, remove yourself from it, when you look at the industry. It's kind of like UK vibe and then there's India vibe, right?
Yeah.
So out of both sides of things, who's your favorite artist? Like if you had a favorite artist that you would like to listen to in the India side and the UK side, who would they be?
Well, there's lots. I mean, from the old generation, I love Skadul Paji, man. I think his vocals, his sounds, it's just amazing. And he's an amazing guy as well. Out of the youngsters, man, Ranjit Baba is really good. Kulvinder Billa, Badiya Munde going there. Gary Sandhu is doing really well in India, going from UK. He had a huge mark in the UK. UK to be very good. Chaz Tamiya is one of my favorites. He's actually, versatile singer. He can sing any kind of song. Baki Munde bhi ਹੋਰ ਕਾਫੀ ਵਧੀਆ ਨੇ, ਪਰ Jazz Tamiya from England probably one of the best. And from Canada, Inder Cooner is a coming up artist from Surrey. What he reminds me of is myself, how we struggled with the live band. Nobody used to pay us, man. Because they don't have there's 50 guys and we'll ask for like a 1,500. They go like, "Hayar let go." We end up putting money from our pockets and stuff like that. Yeah. But that's why we're in Karma band as well. They're doing well. They're a really good band. So it's good to see all the talent, but it does take time. I just want to say, the youngsters out there, man, work hard. Don't give up, man. It's not going to work overnight. Sometimes it does work overnight. Then you come down overnight as well. So you want to take your time, man.
Learn it.
Yeah, don't be a one-hit wonder. There's a lot of people who got one hit, then you never hear after that. So if I believe in slow and steady wins the race, man.
So who was your favorite Bhangra band from the UK out of them all?
Hira Group, man. Yeah, I love those guys, man. And it's funny though, when they came to my house, I looked up to them, even Jaswinder Tambi Badi Kumar music was they are both badhiya they are Shaddina. Even when I went down to England, they really helped me out, giving me guidance. They say gani chal gaya, ekdana chalda, you know what I mean? And now the funny thing is their son H Tambi is looking up to me. That's what it's all about, showing respect to each other, you know what I mean? And sometimes in our industry, people think we hate each other. I don't know why people do that. When you respect somebody, you always get back. If you don't respect no one, nobody's going to respect you. So I believe in that. I learned even from the youngsters. I listen to their music, man. That's why I try to keep up with the game. You know what I mean? I can't be like, oh no, I'm only going to do folk music. That's it. No, that's my backbone. I will never leave that. But I can mix folk with the current sound. Dubstep or hip hop, whatever. You know what I mean? And I grew up listening to Eazy-E, NWA, man. So I know my game. You know what I mean? Those guys are gangsters, man, in their music. You know what I mean? So I will try to step it up as much as I can.
I was actually going to ask you that similar question. You bridged right into it. If you had to work with one of those old school famous West Coast, because you're a West Coast boy at heart, if you had to work with one of the West Coast hip hop boys, who would it be? If only you could pick only one rapper.
You know what, Eazy-E, I wish Eazy-E was still alive, man. Yeah. He was my favorite. It's just for a little guy, it's just the way he delivered his words, man. Yeah. A lot of people can rap, but it's just the way he delivered his words, man. Eazy-E got him my favorite.
So do you like the new kind of, not a new direction, but it's a direction that when Kolipad was around, RDB took, they bridged some gaps with Snoop Dogg and Punjabi and Bollywood. What do you feel about that kind of vibe? It's coming alive now.
That's good, man. Don't forget, India is the biggest market at the moment. I think even those guys know. Obviously, they're known over here, but not many people know in India. See, India, they like kind of pitbull sound. They don't like hardcore. Like, they won't get it. It goes over their head, right? So they kind of like that. So that's why Snoop did, when he went to India and did that song with RDB. It's kind of like mix kiya karta, and that's why it worked. So yeah, it's really good to see all the, especially when Punjabi MC did that track, man, Love You, and Jay-Z did it, and it's crazy. I remember going to Jay-Z's concert in Birmingham. It was fine when he dropped, that song. Yeah. Place just went crazy. Yeah. So it's good to see them, man, opening going across and them coming to India, and that's what music is all about, man. You got no barriers.
It's a language in itself.
That's it. People want to see different artists collaborating together, man. Yeah.
That's cool, bro. Okay, so that's all the music stuff we're gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you a few more things, and we'll let you go. We know you gotta go sound check soon. Probably get some nap in there if you can. So question is, just what's your favorite food?
I like home food, man. Like my mom used to make masala dal, man. Nobody makes it like her now. I miss her, I remember every time I used to come from England, and she knows what I want, man. That's it. Masala dal. I just like home food. I get obviously a lot of traveling. Get sick of eating out. Yeah.
So home cooked desi food.
Roti and dal. Roti and dal, man. Simple, man.
Always the best. When you're on tour or when you're out and about, what's your kind of favorite or go-to food to eat?
Oh well, it depends, man. Every day is a different mood, man. Sometimes it's like don't even want to eat, but you have. Like, there you go. A friend of mine just brought me a parathe. Right? So it's like that. Yeah. When I'm on the road, Mickey D will do for me. Yeah. He's craving Big Mac or whatever. But but at the end of the day, junk food is not really good for you. But you gotta feed the body. You got craving, it doesn't matter. You have to burn it off.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna do a little quick speed questions and we'll conclude this. Alright, what's your favorite color?
Black. I know it's not a color, but it is black, man. Black.
Favorite color is black. Who's your favorite Bollywood actor?
Right now, you gotta be Ranveer Singh. Yeah.
What about actors?
Deepika Padman.
Okay, what about actors from Hollywood?
I don't know, man. I don't really watch that many English films, but I think it gotta be the old school, man. I want to bring all the old people back, man. Yeah.
The classic art?
Yeah, classic artists, man. You know what I mean?
Okay, what's your favorite Bhangra song that has nothing to do with you or Shiksha Mishila Bala?
Sorry?
What's your favorite Bhangra song that has nothing to do with you or Singh Sindapati?
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
Oh man, there's so many, man. So many. I'm feeling Diljit Dosanjh right now, man. Veerwar.
Yeah,
man. It's one of those tracks that it's all about friends, man. And you know, being in this industry, we miss out sometimes because I was traveling and I miss my friends. So that track is like, put it on, get your buddies together, and no praise, man.
Awesome, bro.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll stop the questions there. I just want to say to all the World FM listeners and all the people watching on Periscope on Simply Bhangra right now, and this interview will be aired upcoming Friday through Edmonton's World FM. You want to give any last messages to the listeners and viewers?
Well, no, I just want to say thanks to all my fans, thanks to you guys. People will be able to see me around the world. The world's really small right now, you know what I mean? Because of all this gadgets and social media, you know what I mean? But just want to say thanks to all my fans. You know, whatever you guys got to say to me, just hit me up, man, on Twitter, Jazzy B, or Instagram, Ojata, Facebook, Jazzy B, or whatever, man. You know, just tell me. Sometimes we do get in our own bubble. We don't know what people want. Like, for example, now people said, hey, we want to see old Jazzy B. Like, that's why I'm doing it, because those guys told me. Right? So tell me, give me your advice, man. Sometimes, like I said, we do get in our own world. We don't get out of that. So we need to get out of that. Tell me your honest opinion. You know, you like my music, don't like my music, whatever, man. Tell me straightforward, and I'll try to change whatever I can do.
Respect, bro. All right, thanks for being on this.
Thank you very much, man. Take care.
All right, so quickly to the